guys to everyone. It's Ada from Poison Rock, and I'm really pleased to have with me today John from Naxatras. Many people may think that we are going too far from metal, but I'm glad because it's nice to know other, other genre, other, let's say, influences and music current. And I want to give you the welcome, first of all, John, and congratulations for the amazing music you made as an artist.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Nice to meet you.
So, first of all, the easiest question: how was going? How
Hmm?
are you? The easiest
Ah,
question. How are
yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Pretty
you?
good. How are you?
I'm really good, and like I said, glad to be here. And
Yeah.
of course, V or five. I don't know if it's
Mhm.
you as you prefer to call, because many people would say V, but it's should be five, kind of.
I think it's yeah, five or yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah, it's supposed to be about the fact that it's our fifth album. So
yeah, exactly.
we want to
Because
call
that's
it, yeah.
the fifth
Yeah.
album. So it's kind of because the first we were saying full length, actual full length was in 2015. So
Hmm.
it's 10 years, so almost
Yeah.
that's a lot. But Naxatra has been active for 13 years, as you said. But
Hmm.
you're being a musician, I think, way longer than that. So
Yeah.
before talking about how Naxatra started and the concept behind the sound, the particular sound and everything, what is your musical journey, John? How you started and what also is behind, I mean, your influences, what bring you to just being in the music scene?
I started, of course, I started as a lover of listening to music
Yeah.
when I was like a teen, like when I was, I don't know, 13 years old, and started to get into rock and metal music. And
Okay.
obviously, when you start getting into that, you start wanting to play something as well. I wanted to play the guitar,
Okay.
but yeah, I wanted to be a guitarist, but turned out I was not very good for it. So I became a bassist.
Yeah, I'm the best
Yeah,
player.
and I was better at that.
I mean, it's easier. We have less chord about,
Yeah.
well, and we keep the rhythm too.
You play bass?
Yes, I have
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know
an
that.
Epiphone Thunderbird.
Oh, nice. I would love to have a Thunderbird. I'm more of the Fender kind of bassist, but
I
I
have
I
loved a
love the
Fender.
Thunderbird.
Uh, One of my dreams was having the Fender Jazz. That,
Yeah, Fender Jazz. Me too.
it's
Yeah.
beautiful. It's classic. It's classic.
Yeah, yeah. True.
So, so coming back to your journey, and of course, what was that you were listening mainly growing up? Like you say, mentioned rock and metal, but there was someone, especially when you started to be a bassist, that
Mm.
you were, I don't know, maybe influenced by, or maybe push you more into the current of music, like to be improving as a musician.
Well, I my favorite bands were Black Sabbath and Iron Maiden, and they both have amazing bassists.
Of course, yeah, yeah, of course.
So, so that was easy, an easy answer. Especially, I guess, at first it was Steve Harris because he was not only a bassist but like a composer, lyricist,
Yeah,
like doing everything like his
exactly.
own boss kind of thing, and
Yeah,
just running up and down the stage. Like, you're used to the bassist being the chill guy in the back
yeah,
doing nothing, but he was not that, and I always admired that, and it made me feel like you don't have to be a guitar player,
exactly,
to do cool stuff.
exactly,
Meaning
exactly.
composing or just playing and running up and down the stage or whatever. So
Yeah,
I guess that was the first big influence I had.
yeah, and of course, like before being in a all Naxatras story and everything, you played in other bands, you had other project, or just everything started with Naxatras.
Yes, of course. I played in high school. I had,
Okay.
I guess, three different bands at different points. From like more classic rock, then I moved to more like stoner doom stuff,
Okay.
and also another more funk alternative rock kind of
Okay, that's
project.
cool. So,
Yeah, we played gigs. We wrote our own songs with all of these bands. So it
okay,
was a good start to writing my own music.
Yeah, of
So
course.
when I met the guys and we made Naxatras, it was not the first time
Okay.
we wrote our own music. So it
Yeah,
was something
so it's like you got already the experience of how to
some
deal with a band, to produce and to write music and compose, let's say.
a little bit, yeah, a little bit. We never made any like proper album recording
Yeah,
before Naxatras, but it was some experience in
of course,
gigs
it's
and in
important. Yeah.
recording demos, writing songs,
Yeah.
and
And also with these
yeah,
different bands, you got other
yeah,
influences coming back in you that
exactly,
you bring, I think, also listen to especially to the last two, three album influences. So it's not
yeah,
just one, because one of the interesting about Naxatras is the sound, which is
hmm,
everything except ordinary. Is
yeah.
I can't put a genre on it, so I'll leave you the word to it. But before talking about the sound, because of course, the sound develop with the music, with the ears, with experience, with the album, and so on.
Hmm.
How Naxatras started, like from the scratch. Who is the Naxatras? Because it's important to introduce, because people jump in here with like, who is Naxatras? So just let's give them the full lineup and the how everything started.
It started when I met John,
Okay.
uh, the guitar player. We met in the first year of university in Thessaloniki. We were in film school together.
Okay.
So we were having some conversations about music that we both liked, and we
Yeah.
had a lot of common interests, and we both wanted to start a band or to just jam, and
Yeah.
so he had a friend, which is our drummer, Kostas, and I
Oh,
had another friend who was our other guitarist at the time, but he stayed only for the first couple of years.
okay.
And we started, jamming and playing our own things. And pretty soon we started playing gigs as well around the city
Okay.
with a different name. We were called Dust in the beginning, and then
Okay.
Temple, and then we became Naxatras and became a power trio.
So, and of course, like you changed so twice the name. So
Yes.
Naxatras,
Mm.
what does it mean? Because I don't know the meaning.
Yeah, it's a word from it's a Sanskrit word
Okay.
from the which means the lunar mansions in
Okay.
Hindu astrology and astronomy.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah,
The Hinduism philosophy. I'm a
yeah,
naturopath. I do shamanic journey
yeah,
and everything, and I'm affected by the moon a lot. As you can see, I have moon everywhere.
yeah. So behind the
Yeah,
symbols
it's
too.
I mean, I do interviews, but my main job is I'm a naturopath, so an holistic healer.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
that's
I'm too
cool.
them in folk music, not that much into metal, but
Okay.
so it's interesting about the Hinduistic meaning of Sanskrit that you said, because it's important. See, I see some kind of spirituality in that.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's beautiful. And so going from Naxatras, like you already mentioned the guy. So we talk a little bit when started was like 13 years ago. So before having your first full length out. So how was yeah those two for the first years of Naxatras, because before going to the release the first full length, you did some EP and it was mainly playing around Thessaloniki, or you got, I don't know, just I mean, what brought you to say, okay, let's do the first full length?
We were playing and writing our own songs from the beginning. We didn't play
Okay.
covers.
Okay, it's important.
It was a bit more stoner desert rock
Okay.
in the beginning, like more Caius influenced, and
Okay.
then with the years it started becoming more more into the psychedelic 60s 70s kind of thing,
Yeah.
although the first album does have a little bit of
Naxat.
the 90s influences as well, and it coincided with the fact that the whole heavy rock scene was blooming
Yeah.
at the time, and it was a bit of a lucky thing for us because we were not really what you would call stoner rock, but it was on the border, so
Yeah.
it was a good timing.
Yeah.
Sorry, this is my cat playing that you can
It's
hear.
okay. We love animals. I mean, I would love to have a dog or a cat too, but unfortunately, I just have my luggage there somewhere.
That's okay, but I mean, I hope it doesn't.
No,
It's
no,
not
no,
a problem with the sound.
no.
So we were playing some gigs around the city and in my hometown and things like that.
Okay,
But we hadn't recorded anything, and then we said, let's record a demo.
okay,
And because we found a studio near Thessaloniki, which was called Magnetic Fidelity, and it
okay.
was an analog studio. And yeah, and we didn't know what the difference was at the beginning at all. Like
Okay,
we were like 20 years old or something.
of course, of course.
Yeah, and
Major.
the guy there was called Jesus, and he told us what analog recording is.
Okay.
And we said, yeah, let's make a demo.
Oh,
It was supposed to sound cool because it was to be
analog.
recorded on cassette, not
Yeah.
even tape, not even reel to reel tape. So we did that, and we were just very very well rehearsed, I guess, because we were playing the songs for a long time, and we just
Okay.
recorded them. We It took us 3 days in total, 2 days to set up the sound, and
Okay.
one day we recorded 8 songs, like one after the other.
That was for the EP or for the album.
The album, because we
The
didn't
album.
have the EP is after the album.
Okay, so you did the first EP. Yeah, yeah, it's right. It's called the EP. It's called EP.
Yeah, yeah. This was after. This was
Okay.
between the first album and the second album.
Okay, so so it's so the first album that you released was on tape and
Mm.
cassette. And but did you ever get the chance to put it like I don't know on other format for maybe going on with the years? Maybe fans, people asking you to just changing format, or is only available in that format?
Ah, no, no. It's available in vinyl and CD from the
Okay,
beginning.
it's always good to
Yeah,
know because maybe
yeah,
someone
yeah,
wants
yeah,
to
yeah.
say, I wanted the first one.
Yeah,
So
actually, it was not in the beginning. It was
okay,
first cassette and CD, and like we
yeah,
made the vinyl maybe 2 years after because we
yeah,
didn't even expect it to be our album. It was supposed to be a demo, and
that's
then we said we love the sound and we love how it went. It turned out, and
yeah.
we made it into an actual album.
Yeah, because like the following, and how the decision to just following with the EP instead of with the second
Yeah,
two.
actually, the second album was recorded like 1 month earlier than the EP.
Okay, okay,
But we decided it makes more sense to release the EP first and then
yeah,
the second
yeah, of
album
course.
because the songs on the EP are just I don't know why we did it like that, to be honest. I don't even remember. I guess we did it like that because we didn't think that the EP songs fit into the
Okay,
album.
perfect. Okay,
But now that I think of it, I guess one of the songs of the EP could probably be in the album as well. I don't know. We just made
just
two releases.
was like sound wise or lyric wise.
Sound wise, they are very similar. The EP
Okay,
and the second album are very close. I just think musically because there's one song in the EP that was our last like stoner rock
okay,
song, and we felt it didn't fit with our later stuff. But we thought it was kind of cool anyway. So
yeah.
yes,
Hi, what's his name?
she's Laura.
Since Laura, hi, sweet, I'm so sweet. So, and of course, like then you moved in 2016 with the we call it 2 second. I don't know.
Yes, two. Yes, we made two. Which is very close to the first one
Okay, sound.
because the songs were written already when we recorded the
Okay.
first
Oh,
one,
okay.
more or less.
Okay.
Um, then we made that, and then we made another single called "All the Stars Collide into a Single Ray."
Okay.
And we made that recording also for the same reason because we thought the song was not fitting for the next album, and then because
Correct.
also we wanted to record the cover for Planet Caravan by Black Sabbath because we were asked to by the Greek Metal Hammer magazine.
Really?
Yeah,
But in
they
your
were
own
making
version?
hmm?
With your own sound and version, or like
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, yeah. We There was a compilation for Greek bands to cover
Okay.
Black Sabbath, and they told us to cover Planet Caravan, which was a very good choice, I guess.
I mean, of
Uh,
course.
yeah, and we made this recording of this single and the cover, um, and then we made the third album, which is
Yeah,
also with Jesus, also on
the
tape.
same studio or always analog
Same.
or just
This was also analog. Yeah, this
okay.
was
So
also
until the third
analog.
album, everything was analog.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not common anyway to
Yeah.
stay always on analog. And I was going because of course proposing the music to the people, spreading throughout. Okay, that there wasn't Spotify like today. It was a little bit tightened in 2018. But so how are you dealing with literally putting your music all around the world with the cassette?
Well, this was okay. So what do you mean? How we promote?
Like for selling the music, for spreading your music, like if a fan wanted to ask you to buy your album, was only available in tape and cassette, let's say.
No, no. Actually, we
Okay.
only made the tape. We only made the cassette tape of the first album.
Okay,
Only like 25 copies on the very beginning because we
that's
didn't have.
rare to have now then.
Yeah, yeah, and they're very limited, like on different
Okay,
colors. So after that, we the second album and the third album are not recorded on cassette.
okay,
They are recorded on reel-to-reel tape, which
okay.
is uh, the big tape, you know.
Yeah,
Um, but they were released on vinyl by
okay.
us. We have our own independent.
Really?
Uh,
You're only by
yeah,
yourself. That's
we were never on a label, never.
okay, okay. That's
We
but
all we do it always DIY until now. We have our own label for us,
that's
and
beautiful.
we record, we release them in vinyl and CD,
Yeah,
and the third album was also released on actual reel-to-reel tape, which is very expensive.
yeah,
It was handled by Jesus, like
yeah,
he made that for very collectors, you know, like
yeah. That will got
audiophile.
to have it. Yeah, and yeah,
And also digital, like mostly we were discovered by people
um,
on YouTube.
yeah. And now, like now, it's spreading all throughout the genre, of course, throughout the
Yeah.
let's say the platform, and of course, then we have the beautiful pandemic that blocked everyone in
Ah,
the world because you came back in 20 after 4 years from three,
yes.
well, four.
Yeah. It was very
Yeah,
fucked up, the
yeah.
pandemic.
Something that influenced the fourth album, like with the I don't know sound or something. You think that
Yeah.
impacted?
So the fourth album was our biggest change
Okay,
because
what happened?
we stopped. First of all, we had a new member.
Okay,
We had the list with keyboards
okay.
and synthesizers, and it started like for a few songs, but then he's a really like good musician, and he had ideas for pretty much
Yeah,
all the new songs, and we said why we should become a four
of
member
course.
band. And then this was one major change. The other
Okay,
was that we stopped recording in the analog studio, and
okay.
we because it was a much more complicated production this time with
The
the
keyboard,
synths
yes, of
and
course.
the extra guest musicians, and it was more prog
Yeah.
influenced the album. So it couldn't be done like that in our at least
Okay.
not in our capabilities and budget.
No, no, but
And
about of course everything was changing. More guests were coming. The
yeah.
other member and the keyboard is not easy to put all in analog.
No,
Yeah.
we tried it, but it was not possible this time. So we tried to make it as close to what we wanted,
Okay.
and we recorded with in another studio.
Okay.
So and also the artwork changed. It's the same
Yeah.
artist. It's Chris R.W.,
Yeah,
but
I'm
it's
seeing it here.
also but it's also no longer the main face. So you can see
Yeah.
of the first three albums as a
There are
trilogy.
main face. Yeah.
Yeah, with the face, with the analog sound, we are a
Yeah.
power trio and everything. And then the fourth album is a big leap to another more
Okay.
prog space direction. It's also a concept album with a fantasy concept, and the fifth album is on the same direction. Like it's also
Okay.
a
So
concept album with more prog influences, and
okay, yeah,
in
and
this
the
recording.
video you released is beautiful.
Thank
It's
you.
like going on a it's a journey, I think, between the spiritual realm and the fantasy realm. So
Yeah,
why after, let's say, diving into the sound of Naxatras, I think is important to see that lyric wise, what is
yeah.
behind, because like you mentioned, this concept, especially on the first three albums, were like mainly focused on what was sound wise Naxatras at the beginning.
The sound or the lyrics?
The lyrics. Sorry.
The lyrics were okay. As you know, we don't have a lot of them. We don't have like
Yeah.
the first album was it didn't. There was not a central theme in the first album. There
Okay.
were different themes
Okay.
from like I don't know desert fantasies to
Okay.
dreams to I guess some more cryptic stuff or more spiritual stuff
Yeah,
and
the spiritual thing is in Naxadras. I thought this is the beginning, since you tell me the
yeah.
beginning of the name. Yeah,
Yeah, this was from the beginning, but there was no central theme. The second album only had one song with lyrics, so
okay.
And the third album was starting to go a bit more into a kind of loose concept direction. So
Okay.
there was a little bit of a concept about destruction and rebirth and stuff, but
Okay.
not very solid yet. And then the fourth album, it became a lot about that, like
Okay.
this
So
concept of the journey of the hero and the birth and death and rebirth and stuff.
of
And
course.
the fifth album is even more into the concept direction of the, it's like a prequel to the
Oh,
fourth album.
okay. So
So it's about the millennia before the previous album, and what was
okay.
happening and what sort chain of events led to
The birth of
the
like the
fourth album.
humankind to the this imaginary
Um,
world.
it's more of so it would be a big conversation, but I can just say that in the fourth album you have okay, in the third album you have the prophecy of destruction, and then
Okay.
in the fourth album you see many years after this destruction
Okay. What's
and,
going on?
and the return of the like the coming of the hero that
Okay.
um, liberates again this land. And then the fifth album is somehow in between. It shows the destruction of that civilization
Okay.
and what led to that. And it leaves in a dark note, but you already know that
What happened because
there's
it's in the fourth
yes,
album. Yeah.
yeah, but it's not like a very tight concept in terms of needing to know the concept to enjoy the music in a
Okay.
way. It's something that enhances the music if you dig
Yeah.
into the artwork, the lyrics, and the special stuff
Yeah.
inside. You can find the story, and I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, because it gives like because it's a kind of a post-apocalyptic theme,
Yeah.
but you have the spiritual concept. I think that's what I'm trying to understand of death and rebirth,
Hmm.
and like darkness to light, which is always the current theme in every religion and spiritual
Yeah.
in the world. It's all about that. So it's a we can say we could say also that especially the last two albums could be a kind of a healing journey for people who listen it.
Yeah, I guess I think it's one of the most positive things to say
Yeah,
about someone's music, that it's healing, and we've
yeah,
heard it sometimes, and I think it's very cool to think of it like that. I
yeah.
mean, it has to be somehow associated and tied with the human condition. If
Yeah,
a music is going to speak to someone, like really speak to
yeah.
someone, and not just entertain for the
Yeah,
sake
of
of it,
course. Yeah, of
I
course.
think there has to be some sort of this
Yeah.
aspect inside.
Yeah, of course. And since now fifth five V is released.
Hmm.
Of course, I mean I don't want to say you're planning to do the sixth because I think you are, but um, talking about the physical format of V
Hmm.
is available five. Oh my God! Of I don't know the whatever. Then
You can call it five.
okay, fine.
Yeah.
So the formats available are just I think every type of we have an own platform, of course. We have
Yes.
Vinyls, tape,
Mhm.
CDs.
No tape. We have
Okay.
vinyls and CDs.
Okay.
That is, you can order it through the our shop,
Yeah.
and it's we don't have it on our hands yet from the factory, but it will
Okay.
be next month. We will have it.
Yeah, because actually, where it has been the actual date of release of five?
It was a few days ago, in Friday, like 21.
Really? So
Yeah,
now, so we
yeah,
okay, so we can say literally that we can reveal all the album because sometimes
yeah.
you have to go, like tiptoe about.
No, no, it's out.
Okay, so are you planning to release other singles from V from five?
No, no, that's it.
So
But
that's
maybe we make other videos in the future.
this
I don't
beautiful
know.
video. And about the video clip, the music video, who is the one behind the direction of the video, the shooting, the video?
I I did it.
You did the video in the
Yeah,
desert?
yeah.
There, I mean, of course, you studied cinema. Okay.
Yes, but I had never done it before. It was the first time I made a music video,
Really?
and it was something in that I had in my mind for many years to make a video for the band, and also just to make a music video. But
Yeah.
and
It is
it's
yeah,
yeah, it's I didn't do it alone. We were a
of course.
team, but I was the director, and we made it in the island of Limnos.
Okay, it's Mediterranean. Beautiful.
It's beautiful. You should go. It's in the Aegean Sea in Greece, and it's a
Okay.
very different island because you saw there's a desert. There are some
Yeah.
very cool different places in there. Like it's a
Yeah.
very special kind of island.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And of course, like also the model that was the actress in the video, she's amazing.
Yeah.
Uh, I thought she was
Yes.
part of the band. I don't know why. She's amazing.
Yes, they are, and they are also. They danced. The girls from the video.
Yeah.
They danced in our latest show in Athens, and it was
Okay.
pretty great.
So you
Yeah.
have also them dancing on the live show.
This was the first time we did this with these girls,
Keep in
but
mind to keep that because it's cool.
yeah, I know, I know. I wish we could do this for every show to have a very
Yeah.
proper show with
Yeah, of the
performances. It's just
choreography, yes.
to do a tour with this, it means, more
More,
traveling
yeah,
members, and budget-wise, we
yeah,
are not
yeah,
in
exactly.
the stage to do it in every show, but I really wish we
Yeah.
go there.
And
Yeah.
about the live part, what is
Mm.
you're planning some tour for promoting five? There's something you have some gigs already booked, some festival that you can say, of course.
I don't have anything that I can say that it's
Okay.
announced or something,
Okay.
but of course there's going to be
Okay.
tours and festivals and shows, and definitely Greece and Europe. And
Okay.
I don't know if we've made it to Australia once.
Really?
We
Cool.
did the tour in 2019, and so the album cycle is definitely at least 2 years.
Yeah.
So this year and the next, we're going to be having some tours.
Yeah, because there is the festival, a festival in Holland that I never remember the name, which is good fit.
Which one?
It's all about desert
Ro-
music. It's alternative. Even some metal band play there. But
Roadburn?
yeah, Rodburn. Thank you for giving the name. It's a fucking. You would fit perfectly there.
I wish they invite us, because I really also love the lineup they have and the style they have, and hopefully I don't think it's gonna happen this year because they've already announced the
Yeah.
lineup, but
Also.
but also it's a bit of a tough thing because these festivals they book very early.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
if you release
Exactly.
your album like in February, it's
Yeah.
already pretty much booked. But maybe I don't
Next
know.
year.
If not this year, hopefully next year.
Exactly. Or there is that. I think it's a United. No, it's in England Desert Fest or United States. I don't remember. There is a Desert Fest somewhere. I don't know if it's in UK or if it's in US. I don't know.
There
But
is a there is a desert fest everywhere. There is in Germany, Belgium,
really.
UK, and USA and Norway. It's like a
What
branch.
is that? What is that? Is always the same organizer going first.
No, no. I think it's a different organizer in
Yeah,
every
yeah.
city, but they are
Cool though.
collaborating.
I mean, I think you should gonna play in one of them, and also you would be cool
Yeah.
like you playing here in Pompeii. Like in Pompeii.
Yeah. We
Yeah,
we actually we've actually played desert. We've played Desert Fest in
yeah.
London and Berlin and
Oh,
in Antwerp in the past,
Antwerp.
but
Yeah.
I don't know about Pompeii.
That would be cool though. Or
Yeah.
even in Sicily, we have this Greek Colosseum temple, wherever, Colosseum arena. Sorry, arena. It's in Taormina, this city. You have this
Hmm.
beautiful arena. You can play there. Robert Plant played there.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's always like that. Robert Plant, Pink Floyd. I mean, Pompeii would be. It has its own thing, but I think this year
Yeah.
Vardruna is playing at Pompeii, which is
Wow.
and it's so it's something that is really big, like after Pink Floyd and
Mm.
like that. So who knows? I mean, but I think in Sicily you could have good chance in especially this kind of arena, but because the sound is there. So before just ending the interview and everything. So until now, let's say that the live show would be announced with the time.
Yes, exactly.
The pe-
We announce everything in our social media and stuff.
Exactly. Okay, so the people can find the album. We already said it. Social media,
Hmm.
Bandcamp, your site, your website, and
Exactly.
everything. There are some special edition left. I don't know. You plan some special edition for this album?
You mean like a vinyl?
I don't know. Some maybe different colors. Some special
Yeah,
edition
yeah.
for
We
this
have
album.
we have three versions of
Okay,
vinyl. The two of them are colored and limited, and with inserts and stuff. Very very beautiful looking. So you know,
but
only 500 pieces of each, and very few
okay.
remain already from each of them.
And of course, I mean, since you did you direct a really amazing video, think about doing like a director career also. I mean, Naxalta,
I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it. Yeah.
I mean, before we end, which is the one of movie that you would like to direct?
I don't know. I guess my own movies.
But
But
like as the genre, like as a let's say, even using the music of an Naxatras, because it gets
I don't know. I love David Lynch and I love Jodorowsky and I love Kubrick. I'm into
okay,
this
the
more.
experimental, yeah, the
I love the
experimental,
experimental side of cinema.
yeah. So what can I say, John? It was really a pleasure, and sorry for the small delay. Next time
Ah,
we're gonna be more like your time, my time.
it's cool. It's cool. Thank you very much for having
Yeah,
me.
it was a
Nice to meet
pleasure.
you.
Let's stay
Yeah.
in touch, and soon as there is gonna be the tour announced, we're gonna make
Hmm.
another interview to publicists, but to advertise the
Yeah, for
yeah.
sure.
It was a
Okay,
pleasure.
perfect.
Have a beautiful rest of the day.
You
Bye.
too. Thank you.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.